ladies and gentlemen, and good morning, and welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to be reviewing the Tansmanian army. Since I checked the poll, and turns out 50% of the votes goes to Tansmania, and therefore, Tansmania will be the army that we're going to be touring in this video. So, before we also continue the video, I'm just going to let you know to stay tuned later for announcements and to answer the question that I'm going to be posting at the end of this video. So just want to let you guys know ahead of time before you forget. So let's get into the video and let's begin the tour of the Tansmanian army. This is the Tansmanian army, and these are the different poses that I have. Now, Tansmania is the My Universe version of Japan. And the type of Japan they are right now is imperialistic Japan, like from 1900 to end of World War II. But these guys are not as bad as the real ones, but they are modeled after that. And we're going to go ahead and break them down, break down the poses and what their jobs are. So first off, we're going to start with our rocket men over here. We have an evolution. This is the first bazooka that they used to have, and they're still using this in combat. And this is the modern, postmodern bazooka that was given to them by their old colony and ally Tenaria, and they are still using these in the army. Then we have the first Stinger, provided also by Tenaria, and these are still used in their army. And this is their own bazooka that they created and modeled after the Kandaharians. So this is the bazooka men, and their job is to take out anything with armor, such as tanks or patrol cars, and bunkers if necessary. Next, we have the machine guns. We have the first old style machine gun light machine gun provided by Tenaria. And then they have a light machine gun that they also have, that they borrowed from Kandahar, and it's used in their military, and they're both still used in their military. So yeah. Next, we have the mortars. So this is an example of the old mortar that they used to use, borrowed from Tenaria. And this is the same mortar, but this was borrowed also by Tenaria. And, well, some from Tenaria and some from Kandahar. So these are the mortars, and they are equipped with good weapons. Next, we have the sniper, which is what they create on their own. It's a style of a bolt-action rifle. The barrel is broken, but this is the only guy I have with a sniper rifle, and he's good with his rifle. And his job is, like, of course, to take out certain targets and to also scope around the areas and take out enemies if they're advancing on them. Next, we have the assault gunners, and we're going to see an evolution here in a minute. So, okay, as soon as I get all of them here, without trying to knock any of these guys down. All right, the first assault weapon was the same exact model of the light machine gunner over there, but this time it was easy to carry and lighter, and they could have used this in battle. But then they evolved from using their machine guns as assault weapons to creating their own rifles that they borrowed the model design from Tenaria. And this is their first assault weapon. And then they also modeled the exact same. Then they tried to come up with their own rifles, which they were successful, and they're still used in the army. But sometimes this weapon is rarely given out, so some would be put in storage and the others would be used in combat. And that is when they borrowed more weapons from Tenaria. Again, like this. And then they borrowed some more rifles from Kandahar. And then they also tried to, again, to make their own rifles for the sharpshooters for the grenade launcher. Sometimes these work, sometimes they don't, but they have improved them a little bit, so they're still combat active. Next, we have the Grenadiers, and we have two styles of Grenadiers. We have the old Grenadier, and then we have the new Grenadier. And that's the Grenadiers for you. Next, we have the Riflemen. Now, the Riflemen, we're going to show you an evolution. So, the first rifles that they most commonly use are the bolt-action rifles. And then they evolved to semi-automatic rifles, which they were the first to create their own semi-automatic rifles and not borrow from anyone else. So, this is their first rifle, semi-automatic rifle, and this is their original rifle, which both of these rifles are still used in combat and are considered the primary source weapon for a Tansmanian soldier. Next, we have the Chargers, which there are three styles, actually four. This guy is not really considered a Charger, but he's a bannerman. He carries the national flag into battle while charging or when moving around positions to signify the other armies that are located in the area that they are Tansmanians and not Denarians, so they won't get confused. And also to tell the difference, they are marked with the letter M so that they won't be mixed with the same army. Okay, so we have two classic Chargers. We have the running Charger, and then we have the Charger with a rifle sticking out, and I pretend they have bayonets on it to make it look like they're thrusting at the enemy and charging. Then we have the Ambusher, which is also modeled with the same rifle they borrowed from Tenaria, and they attack. So basically it's the same as most nations. Then we have this is the first army that has a submachine gun, and this is the submachine gunner. He is equipped with looks like a grease gun, maybe an MP40. Who knows? He's equipped with this weapon, and he is a light soldier on the battlefield, and these weapons are still used in the military, and they're mostly another primary weapon of the military. Next, we have the officers, which we're going to break down and see which ones are responsible for which. So this guy is the training officer and post guard, training officer and guard of the military base. Then we have a general, or general / artillery officer. And then we have the emperor, which is Emperor Hirohito. Based on the real emperor, but he is not that. Based on the real emperor, but I wish I could find another name, but Hirohito to me stands out, and I think it was kind of cool for him to be named Emperor Hirohito, even though they did a lot of atrocities in real life, but still, he led the nation, but someone else was in charge. So, but anyway, he's named Emperor Hirohito, and this is the emperor. He's in charge of the nation and the military. Next is the tank commander, the classic Tenarian uniform, but difference is they're marked with an M and they're equipped with the same weapons. But here's the tank commanding officer of the armored infantry. Next we have the radioman, which we also have an evolution here. We're going to start with the oldest radio, which was a portable antenna and radio stick. But these are now used for HQ bases. They used to be used on the battlefield or But if they were used on the battlefield, they won't be used as messengers, scouts, or radio men for different divisions and platoons. Next, we have the portable battle radio, which these are used for the whole army and infantry. And also, this radio would also be used for the tanks as well, because that's how they would communicate orders and vehicles without someone knocking on the hatch, and they have to open the hatch to listen to the orders, so they have to contact through radio. But this is the battlefield radio man, and he carries a radio and a rifle to protect himself on the battlefield. Next, we have the postmodern radio, and he's carrying a light machine gun, and has a little phone in his hand. Like the other battlefield radio man, he can call soldiers and reinforcements on the battlefield as well. Same with this guy. So, yeah. Next, we have the engineer / sapper. This is the sapper / engineer / mechanic. He can repair damaged tanks and vehicles. He can remove obstacles out of the way, and he could set up mines and explosives in the field. So, yeah, he's good. Next, we have the guard. This is the guard / recruit, and these are basically the samurai kind of the emperor, and these guys are loyal and protective of the emperor, and they would sacrifice and put their lives at risk for the emperor to make sure the emperor is safe. Same with the rest of these soldiers, and like in real life, they follow the code of Bushido. Next, we have the binoculars. This is their only binocular guy that they have, and they're used as spotters and marksmen to see where artillery, enemy armor, and bases are. So basically, these guys are also counted as scouts. Then we have the signalman, and we all know what his job is. This is signal divisions and armor when to attack and where enemy positions are also located. Then we have the ammo runner, who carries ammo for the machine guns and also weapons and ammo for the riflemen and soldiers. Next, we have the message runner, which he delivers messages humanly, just in case if radios are shut down or the radio man has been killed in battle and the radios are damaged, and they have no choice but to send soldiers to deliver the messages. Next, we have the sharpshooters. This guy is part of the Tansmanian commando force, which are armed with the MP5, and they're considered the Tansmanian ambushers. And these guys ambush and capture enemy points and checkpoints, stealth tactics and battles. Next, we have the Tansmanian model of the sharpshooter, which they borrowed the same rifle from Tansmania, and like I said, they're marked differently with the letter M. And same with this guy. He's a sharpshooter, and he can be used as a scout on the battlefield too. And then we have the battlefield medics. We have the old medic, and the new medic. So these guys crawl around the battlefield, rescue wounded men, retrieve them from the battlefield, either help them on the battlefield or take them to their military hospital, or take them to the hospital near their base and help them from there. So yeah, that is it for the Tansmanian army. Thank you for watching. Also stay tuned for a poll after the video and after this question that's about to come up right now, and also stay tuned for announcements as well. So, let's get to the announcements. Alright guys, so for today's announcements I want to say thank you for watching my videos. I like that you guys are liking my tour videos of my armament nations and learning about them, knowing the weapons they use, the facts, and the backstory and history. I want to say There might be a chance I may or may not post for Christmas break because Christmas is around the corner. I may not post anything. I may be spending time with my family and probably won't be posting for a while. But if I do post, it will probably be mostly about the gifts I have and stuff like that. Um, Also, I want to say not only Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody, but I also want to say thank you for so much support that you guys have, and for me. And the only thing I'm praying for this next year is peace, because of everything that's been happening. We need peace, and let me tell you, it hurts me to see millions of civilians suffering over political and biased opinion, political political and stupid things that just makes your heart crumble, makes you think like, have we lost hope? But I believe that if we keep the faith and hope for a better year, or basically hope peace will come around, things will be great. But we just have to wait and see. That's my little thing about beside what I wanted to say. But you guys get it. We all want peace. We all want peace and a sense of relief from all the things that we've been dealing through this year and the past couple of years as well. So let's all pray for that. Let's all hope for that. And when it happens, we should celebrate. But anyway, also, here's the question for today. And also stay out for the poll that I'm about to post after this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.